y'all, what's up, it's your girl here, MJ's Nia. Welcome to the channel. So yes, I am yet again talking about Gary, Indiana, but this time talking about Keith Lee. So Keith Lee, he did went over there to go help them out in Gary, Indiana, and this was nice. Some people were happy that he came over there. They were grateful for it. You know, those people were happy, but there was some drama around it. Yep, there's always comes with drama. Even though somebody's doing something nice, there was drama. Um, One of the drama is some people were calling out Gary, Indiana. They were saying that Gary was like a blue city and that they were all Trump supporters. Now, I'm not going to. I'm just bringing this out. Um, I want to talk about that first before I go any further. So this is not true, and I got the receipts. So before we go any further, we do need to talk about Gary, Indiana. So Indiana is a red state. I mean Indiana is a blue state. Excuse me, but and Gary is a red city. So yes, so here it says no, Gary, Indiana is not a real city. It's not a red city. It is a strong democratic stronghold located within a solidly red state. State versus city. While the state of Indiana leans heavily Republican, the city of Gary leans overwhelmingly Democratic. Vote history, roughly 85% of voters in Gary vote for the Democratic Party. Local leadership, the city has long history of Democratic leadership and has elected Democratic mayors for decades. So right here, it says Gary, Democratic stronghold, about 85% of voters will vote Democratic and 15% are Republican. So it's breaking it down right here for you. It says about 56 of the adults in Gary typically vote below the U.S. average of about 62%. Among adults in Gary, 48% vote Democrat, 8% Republican, and 44% don't vote. The map below shows estimated turnout by Black group. Okay. So I'll put this link down here, and then it says the population density and Democratic lean. It says places with high population density tend to lean Democratic. Gary, Indiana sits in the top 10th nationally on this measure. Yeah, so I want to bring this out. There was a lot of rumors around Gary, the city itself. People were saying that it was Republican because they were saying, like, the scenario was, don't go call for Keith Lee if y'all gonna complain about it, but call for Donald Trump. I'm not gonna show the videos, but there was some I saw that earlier on somebody's channel, and I did saw people were commenting, and they were saying, yeah, Gary is a Republican city, and it's not. So I want to bring that out. That is false. That's not true. So going back to Keith Lee. So before I go any further, I want you guys to listen to what Keith Lee had to say on the day one of the Midwest Food Tour. Yes, sir.
First, I want to start by saying shout out to every single person that's here. I know this is not restoring the power. I know this is only a little token of what it is that we can do. But y'all being here in a moment like this, and the darkness and the things that y'all been going through, I appreciate y'all more than words can express. Y'all hear me? Indiana will not be forgotten about. I take no credit for this, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If it wasn't for the people in Gary, Indiana, getting the story out, getting the pain that y'all been going through out. Let's go. Make some noise. Make some noise. This city is 90% us. And we will never be forgotten about. And as long as I got lungs and I got air in them, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure any community that look like mine will not be underdeserved or underprivileged. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. God bless y'all, man. And shout out to my wife. This wouldn't be possible without her.
I know sometimes it is rough, y'all, it's rough, but if we stick together, notice it's a safe environment right now. Y'all should be in school. But I appreciate y'all. We appreciate you. Put in DJ, let this party in.
So yeah, I just want to bring that out. I just want you guys to hear a special message from him. He even gave the praise back to the people in Gary, Indiana, the people who were online talking. I already made a video about it. I'll put a link down below of the whole situation that's happened in Gary, Indiana after that huge massive storm that came through and knocked their electricity out. I already talked about it, but he gave the thanks back to them. Like, we wouldn't know anything if you guys haven't opened up and spoken out. So I appreciate that he brought that out. If you want to know about what he did there, the food influencer Keith Lee brings aid to Gary, where thousands have been without power for 2 weeks. You can go, I'll put a link down to this video. You can play it, the audio. It'll read it out to you, what he did there and stuff like that over there in Gary, Indiana. But let's go ahead and go to the drama. So Keith Lee gave $15,000 to help Black Gary. Then came the "What about us" comments. So Tyrese matched Lee's donation as residents sought food and supplies after nearly 2 weeks of devastating power outage. So, bringing their combined commitment to $30,000, a social media food critic joined a community relief effort Monday to provide residents with food, cleanup kits, and other supplies. But even before the event, some commenters have another question for Lee. What about everybody else? So I played this video already for you guys. I played it on the other video where he said he was going out there. So Gary crisis is bigger than one influencer. By Monday, the outage had become a political issue as well. Gary, Indiana Governor Mike Byrne called for investigation into NIPSCO's response, while Gary Mayor Eddie Melton said the pace of restoration was unacceptable. State resources, including the Indiana National Guard, were deployed to assist as crews worked to restore service. The context matters because the question isn't whether Keith Lee could fix Gary's electrical grid. Obviously, he couldn't. We all knew that. A better question might be why a food critic had to use his platform to make more people pay attention to Americans who have been living without electricity for nearly 2 weeks. Gary is predominantly Black, and Lee himself made that part of his concern. He questioned why communities that look like myself could remain without power while receiving what he considered insufficient national attention. That makes what happened next especially interesting. So, this is a YouTuber. I believe his name is OGTV. Go check him out on YouTube. But I'm going to play something here. It's a very and we'll read a little bit about it, a little bit more on this article. But let me play this for you guys.
If Puerto Rico needs help, why the hell y'all ain't calling Fat Joe ass? His lying ass running around talking about he created Hip Hop 50/50. He should have the money to help y'all. Didn't Bad Bunny just perform at the Super Bowl? He's driving around in a 2003 Toyota Corolla so he can go unnoticed. That means he should have some money to help y'all. If he's driving around in a 2003 Toyota Corolla and he just performed at the Super Bowl, why y'all ain't asking Bad Bunny for the money? What the hell they asking Keith Lee, a Black food critic, to help Puerto Rico for? You damn right you should ask Fat Joe. He's already operating off the nigga welfare program. We canceled him. He wasn't supposed to never make another black dollar. And Jada Kiss claimed him on his taxes as goddamn black dependent, which is the only reason he over here making a nickel now on that podcast. So why don't y'all ask him for some money? It's not just the Puerto Ricans either. I looked in the comments myself. And what do you see? YT people. There's no power over here. There's no power over here. There's no power. Talk to the government. Y'all in too close to nigger range. Trust and believe. This country can spend $1 billion at the drop of a hat whenever they want to. If it's a whole city full of niggas over there without no power, they know and they don't care.
It's not just Gary, Indiana. I'm so confused. There are other cities in Indiana without power.
Shut up, bitch!
Gary isn't the only one without power. There are plenty of towns and cities that have no power. So help Indiana. More than half the state is down.
Shut up, bitch!
It's not just Gary. I'm in Crown Point and my power literally just came back on yesterday. I know a few other people in the Valpo, Portage, Chesterton, Merville.
Shut up, bitch.
All you white folks in Indiana and these surrounding towns from Gary talking about we ain't got no power over here. Ask Caitlin Clark, bitch. Ain't that y'all YT Jesus at? Ask your YT Jesus at. Caitlin Clark, that's her home state too. I didn't hear nothing about her giving up no money. Don't she got some endorsement deal money? Caitlin Clark don't got more money than Keith Lee. Why are you YT people asking a black man who's trying to help the home of the legendary Jackson 5?
Tucked away inside the poverty-ridden town of Gary, Indiana, you will find the original Jackson 5 family house. The neighborhood is not the best, so be mindful of that. They even stole the memorial placard inside the family house, so this place is not the best neighborhood, but it was fine. You can get out and walk around, see all the stuff. Not a whole lot to see, a couple houses there, but if you're passing by, it's worth a stop.
Where the fuck is Larry Bird? There's a whole lot of YT folks with some money in Indiana that y'all could be pestering. Why the hell is y'all in Keith Lee comments? Because he's helping Gary, he has to help you too. A nigga could do something for a nigga and not have to do something for you. This country should be able to do something for a nigga and not have to do nothing for you.
So if you want to go see the beginning of this video, this is OG TV 45. Oh my God, he had a lot to say. My goodness, but he's not lying. I'm not quite sure why people are this the what about us? That's what about us? Like, even people from Puerto Rico, like, are you serious? People, well, I don't know if they're from Puerto Rico. I'm not gonna say that because those people were protesting. It's probably not from there, but you got people who's over here that's Latino, and they're talking about, what about Puerto Rico? They have no lights. Keith Lee is not FEMA. Keith Lee is not the government. Okay, just want to point that out, and he's right. He's right to bring that out. So yeah, talking about Keith Lee, he's not the government. He's not FEMA. He's not Donald Trump. And I think when there was people who was giving out backlash, it goes further. I can make this video a little bit longer, but I'm gonna make it short. It goes further. That's why I bring out, and I talked about Gary, Indiana, if it was a red state, because people were like, well, isn't Gary the city? Isn't it like, is it red or is it a blue city? And people were like, yeah, mostly people there have voted Republican. And I'm like, where are y'all getting your information from? So that's why I brought that out at the beginning of the video, because it was so much drama around Gary, Indiana. It's just ridiculous. And these past whole week, 2 weeks, like, it's just ridiculous. So I wanted to bring that out. So I want to bring out that Keith Lee has a history of having people not liking him. Even though he's trying to do something good for the community, people can't see past that. So let me go over some things that some backlash that has happened to Keith Lee. They call it the Keith Lee effect. It said Keith Lee faces criticism and backlash primarily because his massive influence can instantly make or break a small business, turning ordinary reviews into high-stakes cultural flashpoints. Why the backlash happened? The Keith Lee effect. When he visits a city, restaurants experience intense pressure. Fans expect business to treat everyone like a VIP, which creates an impossible standard for a daily operation. Mixed reaction to honesty. Some users accuse him of being too harsh or dramatic, like spitting out food or giving blank scores, while others feel he faces unfair scrutiny no matter what he says. Keith Lee's not the only one who have done this. I've seen other YouTubers, Instagrammers, there's TikTokers that does the same thing. He's not the only one that gives out blunt reviews on food. He's not the only one. The power imbalance. Critics argue that a single negative review from him can unfairly damage hardworking owners, while supporters maintain he only highlights what is genuinely experienced. Viral controversy. Incidents like his eventful stops in Atlanta, Oakland, and encounters with public figures have amplified online debates over whether fame has changed his approach. So let me play some of these videos for you guys.
Restaurant is making changes after a popular TikTok food blogger put a spotlight on some unique rules in Atlanta's food scene. Keith Lee attempted to review food from the Real Milk and Honey and Candy Burris's Old Lady Gang last weekend. Lee posted videos with empty hands both times after he says the restaurant's rules made it difficult to order. An owner of the Real Milk and Honey first slammed Lee in a radio interview. The company then posted on social media an apology and promised to change its outdated house rules. It says it will post its new policy online.
Then you have somebody on here, it's a TikTok gossip. You have Keith Lee sucks. He says, can anyone else not effing stand Keith Lee? I just don't like him, especially after he trashed restaurants. Like, I get it, not every place is a 10 out of 10, but when you have that level of influence, you're really gonna ish on some random small business. It's just because me crazy not to even mention that his food rules suck. Like, I'm not even sorry. He just makes me so angry. Someone help me. He just came up on my For You page and I got mad. I don't understand how y'all get so angry when y'all hear people opinions on stuff. There's a lot of people opinions I do not like. I tell you this all the time, but I'm not cursing them out online. That's just ridiculous right to me. To me, this is just utterly ridiculous. Someone said down here, did the Real Mick and Honey leave this comment? LMAO. Somebody said, if you don't like his video, why not just block him? I personally love what he's doing. He's brought businesses to so many small business. He makes it known that he's not putting down business if he doesn't rate them good. Same, I think he can help them by sharing any issues or dislike or service problems. It's not usually saying something is gross. They aren't bad at making it. It's just personal preference. Somebody said, well, he literally lies about so many places he tries and overacts to the half the food. Proof his own lies. You know, things like that. I don't know what it is about you guys, but when I eat food, especially if I'm paying $100 or $70 for food, I expect my food to taste good. And also, I do want good, customer service. So yes, I agree with wholeheartedly. I do believe that when it comes to food, like restaurants, fast food places, food trucks, yeah, we do need reviews on them. I mean, we read reviews all the time on the Yelp online, right? We see them all the time when you go look up a restaurant. So come on, y'all. Let's stop with this. Like, everybody has an opinion when it comes to eating food. One of the things that when people go out, they're like, what's a good place to go eat at? Come on now. Stop that. Then you have the whole incident with Mr. Tenderism. And I don't even know if y'all know this, but Mr. Tenderism right now is under a lot of fire. A lot of people are saying that he was at this festival and they were saying that the food was not good. And I'm going to say this about Mr. Tenderism because I do want to talk about him a little bit in this video. I just want to bring him up because I've made a video about the Keith Lee effect when he went to go try to eat Mr. Tenderism food. I think Mr. Tenderism should only do private foods. I don't think he should be in a festival. It's hard to keep up with ribs, brisket, baked beans at a festival. Festival is way more faster. Your food have to be cooked right then and there so it can be fresh so people can eat it. This is an advice to anybody who's making a food at a festival. Do not try to do try to do something like the more quicker type Southern type food. Don't try to do the ones where you have to cook ribs for a long time and then you have to keep them there. Because yeah, Mr. Tenderism is getting a lot of backlash himself. I don't know if y'all know that, but he is. So pretty much even the Oxtail King, I don't know who it is, Mr. Baptism, they were talking trash about him too. But this was done, I believe, in North Carolina. And yeah, he received a lot of backlash over this food. So this is what the festival goers were saying. I'm gonna play his video because he talked about it, so I'm gonna play his video. But it says Walter Johnson, widely known as Mr. Tenderism, faced online criticism and complaints from attendees after his pop-up appearance at the Look Up That Festival Right There event in Charlotte, North Carolina. The issue: festival goers reported long wait times, some exceeding 2 hours, even for pre-orders, running out popular items like brisket, high prices such as $40 for barbecue plates. The complaints: some disappointed attendees took to social media to complain about portions and side items, while supporters note that transitioning from a viral promotion phase to cooking massive quantities independently. Keep that in mind. When you go from private into a certain portion to massive quantities, that's a big difference. At live events is a difficult undertaking. Context: since parting ways with his former California restaurant partner, Mr. Tenderism has been traveling the country on his independent tour hosting pop-ups, which has opened him up to direct scrutiny regarding his own cooking and pricing. I think he should have stuck with private cooking. After he left, the California destination, I think he should have just stick to private, because the food had tasted good when it was like, one-on-one people just catering. He should have just did that. I think the festival, he's going to have to redo that over again. He's going to have to rethink about that. But let me play this video. It's by YeaImStacie. It's on YouTube.
Oh man, so let's do a check-in on Mr. Tenderism, man. I'ma keep it G. I do not like how things are going. I'm disappointed because this information found social media food, period. Social media allows you to see so many things, including food that you may never ever be able to taste. And I'm not saying this to be pessimistic, but there are some food content creators that lean on that understanding and they focus on entertainment. The food look good, the dude is enthusiastic as he's talking about the food, he got them sayings and shit in there. Whoever it may be, that content creator will grow. Okay, so then you start to see people doing reviews, pulling up to the actual restaurants. You may see celebrities pull up and everything. And in an environment when you have quality control, the food may taste good. All the while, the average person is sitting and watching the content blow, and they wanting that food more and more. You feel me? They want it more and more. That leads us to these things called pop-up shops, where these creators may or may not band together with other food content creators and sell their shit. But there are a few fundamental problems when it comes to that. The demand is too crazy for them to be able to feed everyone. So in response to that, not only does the content creators limit the amount of orders, they also boost the prices like crazy. While you're already in a situation where expectations are through the roof because people see the food but never tasted the food, you put some wild ass prices on top of the shit and you already have people waiting to criticize your ass just to see if it's worth that price. And so recently, Mr. Tenderism did a pop-up shop with less barbecues, you feel me? Texas in every way. And he was selling $70 oxtail plates. You get 4 big ass oxtails just on a bed of rice. That's it. And I'm telling you, all over social media has been up and down criticism for him as well.
Whatever he's selling online, whatever he's debuting, this is for Les Barbecue, is not what he produced here. I mean, no flavor on the meat. And when I say no flavor on the meat, we had to eat the quote-unquote oxtail rice or dirty rice with the oxtail to get some flavor. Also, a real pit master will have their own sauce. Why are you giving us a small little container of Sweet Baby Ray's and hot sauce? I don't know where in the history of barbecue do people have to dredge their meat in hot sauce.
So there go Les talking to people. He's been politicking and just working in the back the whole time. I actually just met him. So this is good. If you come and mess with Les Barbecue, he smokes good oxtail. Now it is tender. It's not necessarily fall off the bone. There's so much flavor in there. It's very good. Very savory flavor, if that makes sense. This is delicious. It goes perfect with this rice right here, and that juice from the oxtail just soaks in there real nice. You tell me if this is worth 70. Price of oxtail is sky high these days.
I'm in Tyler, Texas with Les Barbecue trying to see if these motherfucking oxtails is worth $70 fucking dollars. First thing, for $70, I shouldn't have got not a motherfucking thing, this goddamn motherfucking little bitch. I shouldn't have got shit, this motherfucking small, bitch. Neither one of these bitches should be little. I don't know, y'all, like, this is irritating me. This by itself right here, this is irritating me. Like, look at that. Now, these taste good. Do they taste like $70? No. Are they falling off the bone? No. I'm having to work pretty hard. This one is falling off more. I don't like how much fat. It's a lot of fat. They taste good, but this ain't shit that I would ever pay $70 for again.
But I'm just showing you this to let you know that it's not just Mr. Tenderism that's getting this criticism, all right? But this business model does make you vulnerable to criticism. So we're gonna come back to one of these festivals to talk about the experiences that people had with Mr. Tenderism's food. But first, let's start right here. This is for a pop-up shop that's coming in the future. And this post right here has Mr. Tenderism's followers going crazy, cussing their ass out, dog. So his team cooked up an AI poster showing AI food with these prices, and on top of that, they didn't even format the poster the right way on the Instagram to show where this pop-up shop would be. It's just all over the place, man. So here goes some of the comments. Media team, please use pictures of his food, not AI images. Also include the full address so people can know exactly where the pop-up is located. After that bullshit, Les and the chicken baptized in Charlotte the other week, anyone still falling for this gets what they got coming to them for $40 and $50. People are criticizing the plates and their prices. I'll show you guys the plates in a few. Come on, we put you on. Now you charging $40 for a slab meal. Texas Roadhouse is $23 with 2 sides and unlimited bread. That's a damn good price here in Los Angeles, California. The average price of a plate on the street is $35 to $50. Fire too. That person is rocking with it, but this person right here says, I'm a huge supporter and I wish nothing but the best for However, these prices are a little too high for a basic rib plate. But some folks are supporting it, some folks are not. But they have been listening. They put the correct flyer, but still not showing us actual food, you feel me? And they also dropped the prices down to $30 a plate.
I'm here in Winston-Salem. But anyway, this morning, just want to let y'all know, we doing brisket, and we're gonna come down. $30 a plate, and then we do ribs. $30 a plate, straight across the board. Make it simple and easy. You get 4 ounce potato salad, 4 ounces of baked beans. You get a roll with it, and come check out this tenderism.
Yeah, I know everybody want to know, do the bone really fall out? Is it tender?
That's what they be asking me, but I can't tell. Let me see. It fall a little bit. I say that's tenderism. That's just on that plate.
That's right, 2050 Big House Gangs away. We're at the school at the bottom of the hill. We'll be here till 5 o'clock. We're going to give part of this money to charity, and it's only going down $30 a plate. We heard you guys. We're going to drop the price.
And this here, tenderism. Put it back together like a swell piece of metal. Hey, but anyway, y'all come on down here. Come on down here. I'll be down here today. Come down, take some pictures. Let's have some fun.
Man, they done took Aunt Joy away, dog. He not supposed to be doing the cooking and all that shit. He's too seasoned. I ain't want to say too old, but he's too old to be doing all that. He ain't got the energy to be enthusiastic when it comes to talking about the food. But people, I'm not sure what that is. I think that's a piece of brisket. That's the beef rib right there. Pork rib, it look like over there. And he also had brisket. Now, you had mixed reactions.
Hold on, let's separate it. Hold on, he gave me a little piece. Hold on. Oh, yeah. This big hit, all right.
Singing with me where all my scamming ass niggas at. Place a little weak as F. Told y'all he never cooked a thing at Destination Smokehouse. Mr. Tenderism never made any barbecue by the way. And so on and so forth. Now, this TikToker by the name of Natika. This is her at right here in case you want to follow her. She spoke on the scamming allegations that Mr. Tenderism was getting.
Not y'all saying that Tenderism is scamming y'all with his food. So apparently this is a plate of Mr. Tenderism's food. You can see one beef rib, I don't know, pork rib, whatever that is. You see a roll and you see some potato salad. And here's another plate, and people are very disappointed in Tenderism because people feel like they vouch for him and that he is not taking it seriously. But in reality, what was your guys' reasoning to separate him from that businessman? Because of his skin color? And in all reality, there was honestly no reason for him to leave. He only left because of all the backlash and all the love that he was also receiving from everybody on the internet. But now you guys just left him in the dirt. And saying that, oh, it's because of the quality of his food. Yeah, he probably does not have all the equipment that he had at that other restaurant. They're also talking about his packaging of his food. And it's really sad because, you know, he listened to everybody thinking they're going to support him. And a couple of months into it, everybody literally forgot about him. And now they're saying that he is scamming people. I genuinely feel like he is in his 70s and he should have been retired. You get what I'm saying? But because of all the love that he received, he thought that he could keep on going. And now everybody is not on his side. And it really sucks. Like, what else is he gonna do?
Okay, so let's check out some reviews first, and then I'll tell y'all my opinion on the situation.
So if you want to see the rest of this video, this is I don't know how to pronounce that. I think I've seen his content before. YeaImStacie. Go check him out. Like the girl was saying, like I was saying, and this happens a lot when people are making food or doing reviews on food. Like I said before, I think he should have stayed in a private setting. I don't think he should have done the festival. It's just too, like, you even saw that he was struggling to make the food fall off. You don't even know if he's cooking it, if somebody else is cooking it, and he's just going behind them to check. It's just, festival foods are just too hard to excuse me, y'all. Yeah, festival food is just too hard to keep up with. And I've been saying this for years. This is why I say I don't ever want to get big on social media, because the bigger you get, the harder you fall. I just want to bring that out. So yeah, just like the Mr. Tenderism, he's getting backlash. So does Keith Lee. Yet again, he's getting backlash. Anytime I've been seeing this for years. When anytime people is doing food reviews or open up a restaurant, and then when they get more popular, the food don't taste good anymore. I've seen this happen so many times, and I always try to tell people, keep everything small. Keep everything small. You know, keep it private if you're making food. And Keith Lee is nothing wrong with what he's doing. He's just letting you know, he's just going out there to help the people over there in Gary, Indiana. Like, he's not the government, he's not FEMA. But let me know what you think down below in the comment area. But astronauts, see y'all later. Peace.